guys, so I may look a bit rough, but that is because I'm doing a makeup video for you today. I did actually ask on Twitter what you guys like to see, and a lot of people mentioned sort of something to do with autumn, so I thought I would try out an everyday makeup that was kind of influenced by the autumny colours, and anything in my makeup collection that I kind of see as kind of being autumny I'm going to use. So that is why I've got no makeup on and I look a bit rough. But let's just get started, and I'll zoom in more on my face so you can see what I'm getting up to. Okay, so there is me in a lovely close-up shot for you. So I'm just going to get started. I've already primed my face with my usual Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro primer. And now I'm just going to get on to doing my concealing. Now, I haven't actually got an eye concealer at the moment. That is the right... Well, I've actually run out of my eye concealer. So I'm just going to be using my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer on all my blemishes and around my eyes as well. Pop that away. I use that in number 1, which is the fairest one out there. I think it's always good to use as light as possible concealer. That's just my personal opinion. I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush to put in all of my concealer. I wouldn't normally use this Collection concealer for my under eyes, but you've got to work with what you've got, so that's what I'm doing. Just like to put it on the eyelid as well. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. And there we go. Next, I am going to do my foundation, which I'm actually using my normal Laura Mercier Silk Cream foundation in Rose Ivory. I'm sorry to be using such a high-end foundation, but it's the only one at the moment that is the best for my skin tone, so I'm just going to have to use it. I will try and do a makeup video which is only including drugstore makeup, because I don't spend that much on makeup, so it would be nice for me to do that for you, but I do need to get a foundation that matches my skin tone before I do that. I'm not going to take too long doing this, just because this is meant to be an everyday makeup routine and I don't spend that long doing my makeup in the morning, and if I spent 20 minutes doing it for you now, then it wouldn't be realistic. You know, you're either at school or got to go to university, or like me now, have a job. So we don't have all the time in the world. Okay, so I'm quite happy with how the foundation has gone. Next, I'm just going to leave that on for a bit, and I'm going to go onto the eyes just to get them started. And I'm using one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes, which I don't think I have used in a makeup video before, which is the Estee Lauder eyeshadow duo in Raisins. And it's a beautiful autumnal sort of shade with the sort of dark pinky purpley browny kind of colour and the sort of champagne-y pinky colour. I'm really bad at describing colours, as you will learn to know, but yes, that is how I've described them. Okay, so I'm just going to get started. I'm going to use the lighter shade first and just go all over the lid with that. It's quite a pinky kind of shade, quite coppery, so it might not be to everybody's taste, but it's quite a nice autumny colour. I'm just going to go on to the other eye. I'm using a MAC 217 brush for this. It is my favourite brush to use with eyeshadow, but I will probably invest in the Real Techniques eye collection soon, because that is meant to be good as well. Right, now I've just done the base of that. Okay, I've just clipped up my fringe just because I really didn't think you guys could see what I was doing. Please be kind on my eyebrows, they're not the best. So now I'm going to use the darker shade and just do the contouring on the outer edges and into the crease. I'm not probably the best at eyeshadow, and people have told me that on my channel before, but you know, I'm not a pro, I'm just showing you what I might do on an everyday occasion. This isn't a tutorial as such because I am not great with makeup, and there are loads and loads and loads of tutorials out there that are much better than what I'm showing you right now. Okay, I have just blended that out a little bit more, and I'm just going to use my Steal It in the Light palette and just use the black shade there just to do my usual eyelining of my eyes. Now I definitely need to get a new brush to do this, so I'm just going to take it close to the eyelash. And I just like to do the outer corner. This side. You can use eyeliner to do this, but I always like to just use the eyeshadow because I think it's more subtle. Right, now I'm just going to go underneath. And underneath. Okay, I'm just going to blend that out a bit with the other side of the brush. This is just the Urban Decay brush. It's not the best brush in the world. I'm now going to put a bit of mascara on, and I'm using Maybelline Falsies Eyelash Volume Express. I just like to try out a few different mascaras here, there and everywhere, just because I like to see whether they actually make much difference. So, got that up there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the eyes at the moment. I may go back to add a little bit of eyeliner, but for now that is good. Okay, I've just put my fringe down just because I prefer it that way. I'm just going to go back with my foundation brush just to finish that off. And now I'm going to do my powder, which at the moment I'm now using the Rimmel Clear Complexion clarifying powder. And I was using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder until my friend Lydia was in my video and she was raving about this, and my Rimmel Stay Matte had kind of run out and I wasn't really enjoying it much at the moment, so I decided to try this out, and I've been enjoying it actually. I do find it sort of less cakey, and I think my trouble the whole time was that I should have probably just got a transparent colour, and this powder only comes in transparent, so I think it's just best for me to not sort of change the colour of how my face was before. Okay, now I am now going to be using the Tarte blush in Natural Beauty, which is quite a dark pinky reddy toned colour, which I think is a really nice colour for autumn. I'm not going to put too much on the brush because it is quite pigmented, so I'm just going to use a Rimmel stippling brush, literally just dab it in and give it a go. And I prefer to do blusher on the apples of my cheek and then just blend it backwards. And there we go, I'm pretty happy with that. These blushes are amazing if you are going to go to America. They are really, really lovely. If you're not going to go to America, then I know that the Stila blushes are meant to be a very good dupe for them, so check them out, but I love that a lot. Now, I don't actually think I want to go back to the eyes. I think they are enough. So I'm just going to finish off the look with a Rimmel lipstick, which is a favourite of mine for autumn. And it's a very, you know, a cult product, and it's 107, which is this dark sort of reddy purple colour. And I just think this is going to finish the look off great. So let me just go for it. Some of you might think this is too much, but I like it, so I'm going to do it. So let's do it. It's slightly annoying because it's coming out kind of a completely different colour on the screen to you, I think. But if you have this lipstick, you'll know what shade it is. It's definitely more of a purpley shade than what it's showing you on there. So there we go, I'm pretty happy with how the lipstick has gone, and as I said, it's not exactly true to colour, so if you did want to kind of know what sort of shade that is, then definitely go and check it out online. And I think I'm done, so I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see any more kind of themed makeup, I know this isn't majorly themed, but it's just a bit more different toned colours than I might normally have used on the channel. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon, guys. Bye!